Hello and welcome to my project pan update for month 3 and 4. This is combined into one video because I was away for a month in the middle of the 2 months and I knew that I wouldn't be able to make as much progress because of that. So it's all in one video, and then the missed bit here, me filming again, will come back at the end of the video after all the vlog parts to share with you the numbers and the final tallies with my very trusty bullet journal system. I have a little update. So basically during month 3 and 4 I am traveling, so I'm planning to just make this one video because I think I'm not going to have so much progress because I simply didn't managed to bring everything with me, and I didn't get a chance to film what I'm taking with me before I left because I was so busy. So I thought I would quickly share with you now. And I also finished something. So I did bring one makeup item, which is this palette, which definitely not going to be hitting pan on anything there. And then I have like my other things. So I did bring 2 mini perfumes. This little one is close to finish, so I'm hoping to finish both while I'm away, but definitely finish this one. I then bought for like body moisturizer this Solemn stuff that I've talked about before that I really like, and that is kind of up to here, and I'm just going to use that as I need it for traveling. I did bring this hand cream that I am working on panning. We have a bit of progress. It's coming along, but it's also just something that, like, when I travel I always take a hand cream, especially for the long flights. I have this hyaluronic serum that I did put a line on before I left, and you can see I've kind of used some of it up. I'm hoping to finish it, but honestly this product takes me such a long time to get through. Then I have my face cream, so I'm actually still at home. Got 2 others that I'm trying to work my way through, but neither of them were like the ideal packaging for traveling. So I did open up my second Laneige product, and so I've been working through this, but I'm not planning to pan it while I'm away. I'm just planning to use it. Then when I get back I'll switch back to the other ones, finish them, and then go back to the Laneige. And then toothpaste, my little travel face wash, which I'm very happy that I had that because it comes in handy. Some sunscreen, and other those things I'm planning to pan. But what I am trying to work on while I'm away is these nail polishes, because I don't really do my nails during my normal like school life, just because it's not really recommended that we have our nails done when we're in school. So I have this with me. That's part of my project pan, and then the little nail polish thing. So I'm probably not going to pan it, but I do want to make some progress, and I have already made some progress on this shade Rose Dust because it is such a small little nail polish tube container. Now the thing that I did hit pan on, which I'm kind of like not annoyed, but I was just like, oh, my floss. Like, I thought I had way more in there, but I used the last little bit up of it. So I don't think I'm going to repurchase one while I'm here because I have still some at home, even though I still have like 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks of my travel. I do have some floss sticks, and I'll be staying with friends, so maybe I'll just be like, hey, can I borrow some of your floss? But I'm also not such a like floss everyday kind of person. I try to, doesn't always happen. So yeah, one empty already, first week into my trip. This one will come next, and we'll just want to work to finish maybe these 2 during the time, and yeah, just make a good little progress on the colors. The plain color, the light color goes on my nails, on my fingers, and then I usually try and put this one on my toes. So yes, that's my little update. Yeah. I have my second empty, which is this little perfume from Chloe, and it is now finished. I still have one more that I brought with me that I will continue to use on my trip, but this one is now finished. I really liked this smell. It was very nice, but now it's just done. It's time to move on, go further with my panning activity. And then I have the hand cream that I've been using. It's slow progress, but now I feel more motivated to use it because actually it's kind of cracked up the top. Like, that's the one problem with these aluminium tubes, is that they then, like, I guess I can show you. You can just see that it like comes out I guess it was just like how it was in my bag, it got bent over. So now I have to work harder to finish this up, because I think getting on the plane in 2 weeks, this will definitely not do well under the cabin pressure. So I'm gonna keep working and try and use up this hand cream. Maybe I can also use it on my arms as body moisturizer or something to move through it a little faster. Oh, foot cream. I will probably do that as well. Okay. I have a little update to share. I am currently sick, so my voice is a bit funny, but I hope you can bear with me as I share some progress. So we have the hand cream. It is very, very close to being finished, and I'm hoping to finish it before I get on the plane, I think in about 4 days time, because I did receive some like gifts from a friend who has like a plethora of makeup and like skincare products, and she gave me some of the skincare that she wasn't going to get through. So now I've run out or have less space in my toiletries, so I now feel more motivated to finish this up. I also have my lip balm that is just like kind of everyday use. I'm not trying to project pan it, but as you can see, we're pretty close to that's interesting. Okay, I'm trying to work out how to film on my phone to it being finished, and then hopefully, yeah, I still want to have some on the plane though, so I'm trying to be a little bit sparing with it. But you know, when you have a cold and you're blowing your nose all the time, so it does get quite dehydrated in this region. Anyway, and the other thing I have made some progress on is this hyaluronic acid. There's still some left. This product, for whatever reason, just lasts so long. But I have thought that maybe if I don't have space for everything in my toiletry bags, I might be leaving this with like a little bit left. I don't know. I don't know if that's really not great, because we want to pan everything to the end. But if not with this, because actually this is more expensive, I have thought maybe with the face wash, because the face wash, there's actually like a lot of air in there. And this only cost me like £2 or something when I was in the UK airport. So one of these products might be sacrificed just because I am traveling hand luggage. And so I only have like this much space. And as you can see, it's pretty full of things. And yeah, I also had to get some medicine because I've been sick. So these two things are also liquid and will count in the toiletry section. So I'm having to make a few decisions and think about those things. But the progress that I want to share is that the hand cream is pretty close to done. The lip balm's coming along. And then I have to, I guess, also talk about the new things that are coming in. I don't know exactly how I'm going to count it all and like how I'm going to do it. Am I just going to add everything straight in, or am I going to keep it to the side and save it for later? Because basically, so my friend gave me a bunch of perfume samples that are not in the box. This is the empty box, but I have them like all here in like little separate ones. I'm going to take the cardboard off so they can fit in my bag more easily. I already gave 2 of them away, so I think that means there's 7 of like these different kinds of samples. I don't know, they're from lots of different brands, but it's like a Sephora kit. And then she also gave me some samples from Glossier. There's 4 in there, so I think in total 7 plus 4, that means there must be 11. 2, 4, 6, yeah, 7. There's 11 little perfume samples, which is a lot because I already have quite some at home. But I did finish one when I was here, and I gave another one away to a friend. And then I also received some face cream, also a face oil, and then a few serums, and then also a big size serum. So like a few sample serums that are this size. But I will probably talk about that more clearly when I get home and I know how I'm going to do it, if I'm going to bring it straight into the project pan, or I'm just going to put that stuff aside. And then when I've made more more progress on what I already have, then maybe I will add in these other items. But yeah, I'm very happy to have extra things. I just want to make sure I focus on getting through what I already have. And I did say no to like a few other things. She was offering me like a sunscreen, because I knew I just had too many of those at home and wasn't going to make the progress through the ones I already have, let alone bringing in a new one. And also there was like way more samples, perfumes that I could have brought back, but I also was just like, I just can't get through that much stuff. So I was trying to be a bit conscious, but at the same time I do love to read Zila's amazing sample collection. And I didn't bring any makeup this time as well, because I'm just not using so much makeup. But that is where we're at, almost on the way home, which means that I can actually get on with panning most of the stuff that's there, because yeah, traveling, it's made it a little bit tricky to pan in the normal way, but it's coming along slowly but surely. Okay, so I am currently packing. I fly out in 7 hours or something like this. And I have just managed to fit everything in the toiletry bag, which is currently overflowing, but I have decided to just put these two at the top. So if I get to the airport and they're like, it's too much stuff, I can be like, I've already mentally prepared for you saying that, and I can throw it out. But I think, let's see if it closes. I think it should just fit everything. We're right on the edge. Oh my god. Okay, I think with a little bit of shifting of things, it's definitely going to close. But this is my very full toiletry bag heading back to Switzerland. I have got is, I've managed to use up basically every tiny little inch of space. And, oh crap, sunscreen. Oh no. Okay, we've just seen the sunscreen. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna have to reevaluate then, because I don't know if that's also gonna fit there, and that's like more important to bring back than some of these other products. And the hand cream, a little update, we're so close. I basically think I have maybe 1 or 2 more usages left and then it's finished, so I'm gonna just try and use that today. Although I love a hand cream on the plane, I thought I could use the body oil or something as hand cream if I really get into the needing of it. So maybe 1 more use, and now I have to work out what I'm gonna do with this sunscreen. Ta-da! Alright, I'm gonna have to readjust. We'll come back. Okay. It's a miracle. Everything fits, everything is closed. It is kind of a miracle that I managed to do that. I worked out actually if I stack the tubes this way, so I have done that with the sunscreen and also with my toothpaste, and that the tubey bit slips downwards, then I suddenly created some more space. So there it is. Let's just hope that I get through. But if not, like I said, I am prepared. I have thought this through. You know, that's the key. Just always be prepared. You know, as an overthinker, just thinking everything through, like which toiletry I'm gonna have to throw out if I have too many. It works. This is the current packing chaos. I'm trying to fit everything pretty much basically back into that bag, and then I also have this one that will go under the seat in front of me. And yes, it's going to be quite tight, and especially because I've accumulated a couple of things, like a good couple of things. But one of the main things is I got this like massive textbook for school, and I think that alone is like 2 kilos. So I'm definitely going to be a little bit too heavy in the bag, but I think I'm going to just like carry that on and make that look like the book I'm reading. I don't know. I'm always trying to think of weird ways to like get through the flight system and also still travel with hand luggage. So here we are. Let's just hope it all fits. I am in the chaos of unpacking after my trip, but I thought I'd quickly Project Pan update you. And that is that I managed to get away with all of this as my toiletries. No one questioned it, so I was very happy, which means I still have this one with me, and also what's left in my travel moisture. There's still, I don't know, there's still a good little amount left, so I will put that back for when I go traveling again. And this one is going to go in the bathroom to keep working on. And in here I have the results of the finished hand cream. I did end up bringing it back with me, and I actually just finished it the last little bit when I was on the plane. There's still maybe a tiny bit. Oh no, I don't think I can push that out. I think it's well and truly done. I can get like with my fingernail the last little bit. So I'm happy about that. Now I'm back. I see all of the things that I was working on, which I'm very excited because now I can continue to actually keep panning away, because the last month I've only been able to work on a few things. So now the project continues, but I will settle in and then we'll update that a little bit later on. So I'm going to go through first and take out the product that is sitting inside. I'm putting it into this little container that I have. And then afterwards, once I've gone through every little bit and tried to get out what I can from here, I will then crack it open. And there's always a bit more product, because basically there's a little hole, and throughout the process of using it, some of the lip balm gets like pushed through that hole, which is there I think just for like air pressure, so it's easier to move things up and down or something. I don't know, I'm actually just making that up, I have no idea. So I first take out all the product because this is my favorite lip balm, and because my favorite lip balm is €9, we really try to get every last little drop of the product. So as you can see, it is pretty empty, and now comes the somewhat harder part, because I have not so strong hands and I have to then like twist and twist. Actually that was quite easy today. Sometimes it's not. So I just like twist it all the way down to the bottom. Now, sometimes there's some product inside there, but there is like now product all along the outside, so I will use that product as well, because we're super stingy, and I just do it like that. One more lip balm use, and then I'm gonna try and get, there's like, actually this time there isn't so much in there, so often there is actually quite a lot that gets pushed down, so then I can just like, this is the little like contraption where lip balm goes up and down, and then one side has got this like opening, so I usually just like pull that open, which involves breaking it a bit, and then often there's like a big line of product here, but actually this one's kind of disappointing. It's just one tiny little dot, but hey, it's still a tiny bit of product, and we'll take it and put it in the tin. So I don't know, that's like maybe 3 or 4 more uses, but no, maybe a bit more. And then I also will still like use what's on the tube. So I don't know, just making sure I get every little bit. That means one more product to tick off. This is kind of good because I was using this the whole time I was in the States, and I did really want that it actually lasted till I got back so I could use it on the plane, so it is the perfect timing. I have finished another product. It is this Weleda 2-in-1 cleansing toner product. Definitely not going to repurchase it again, although I think I'd never even purchased this. This was a hand-me-down from someone else, and yeah, happy it's done. When I started to really pan it, it was about here. I don't know if you can see the line, and then I kind of got through it in maybe about a month, bit more than a month, because I was away for the last month. This is a weird update where we're doing like 2 together because I was traveling, but yeah, another product done. Very happy about that, and I'm going to be now working on this really big cleanser, which is going to just take forever. And I think what I'm going to do is also, maybe I'll do that now, is actually go to the shop and get out this other cleanser I have, because I want to try it. I do like a gel cleanser, but I have used that one now a few times and I feel it's a little drying, but that just also could be my skin. And I think the only other cleanser I have is this one, and this is like a cleansing balm, so it's a bit more oily, because one of my favorite cleansers is like the Dr. Hauschka, I think it's like a cleansing milk. So that's the one I would love to buy when I finish the ones that I have. I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure this is the only other cleanser I have. So I think I'm going to work on the two together, maybe less with a sort of aggressive project pan intention, but more just to like use them. I mean, cleansing, I'm not like, that's a weird thing. Like project pan is so random because you're kind of just doing a lot of normal use, or at least the way I'm doing project pan, I'm just doing quite a lot of normal use on products I would use anyway, like cleansers. And then there's like a few random things like perfume or something like that that I'm trying to use more, but otherwise it is just like the normal everyday thing. So I'm not even sure how this works. My cousin actually bought me this for Christmas. It's like a plastic thing, or do you like open it? Oh, you open it. Oh wait, you open it and then this comes off. Okay. Haha. Apparently this is very involved. Oh, that's already the cleanser. I didn't even realize that. Okay, so the cleanser is right there. Oh yeah, it is very, very balmy. I'm not going to cleanse my face right now because it's kind of the middle of the day. But later I will. Now I have this product. Oh, now I understand. Because you screw this on and then you can kind of open it like that. And then it also comes with a little spoon. Interesting. Okay. That's me update. I just got the new cleanser out and I realized that for the last week while I've been brushing my teeth, I keep thinking that it's probably time to change this. I've had it since maybe December. I think it was like early December, and it is now end of April. So that's long enough to have the toothbrush. So I've gotten out my little shop. Ignore the mess, which has to be organized at some point. And I realized that it's already reducing down quite quickly. I don't know, maybe it's not so quick because it has been 4 months, but I realized there's some more space, so I'm going to just like add in some of the things I had stored somewhere else. I have the new toothbrush that I'm going to open. I've had this sitting for ages and I keep wanting to try this fancy Swiss style toothbrush. And for whatever reason I'm saying this, because even though toothbrushes are not really a part of Project Pan, on my list, if you can see, when I counted everything, I counted toothbrushes. So it's technically included in my Project Pan, which I didn't really realize. Yeah, this is my little spread at the moment where I've got what's being used up, things I've decluttered, things that I brought in. So we're going to do that little swap. And then, yeah, this is the shop. One little basket, and yeah, everything fits in that's like not being used now, whereas before I had stuff stored a little bit further away. And then on my messy windowsill we have these other products that I'm more actively trying to pan at the moment. Oh, and this one I think has literally one more use, so I'm very, very close to having that one done as well. I have the best Project Pan update, and this really might be the peak of my whole Project Pan progress for the year, because I have finally finished the giant family size bottle of shampoo. I thought I was very close to finishing this in the first month, and we're now in the end of the 4th month, like, yeah, the 4th update, and it is now done. I am so happy. I've had this product in my life for like over 3 years, and now I can finally give it away. I did really like use every last drop. I like even put water in and shook out like every last thing until it was finished, and I'm so happy. It is so satisfying to have this finished. So this is one big massive win. I'm not sure if there'll be other wins like this during this challenge, but I'm gonna really cherish this one. And then I have 2 other products that I have finished in the last week, which is one is this Dr. Jart intensive soothing repair cream, and I also cut this open and obviously used up all the product that is inside. It was fine. I feel like it didn't really do anything particular that another moisturizer or like just a normal moisturizer would do, so it's not something I would repurchase. Happy that it's done. And yeah, I don't know, I think even at one point, actually I think that was the toner from Dr. Jart, but when I was using these in the beginning when I first bought them, I got like lots of red dry flaking like around my nose, and then I've stopped with this one and I did continue to use this and it didn't do it anymore, but I still, yeah, I just don't think that stuff works very well for my skin. And the last thing is I finished another little teeny tiny perfume. This is Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. So just another one to continue on with my other many little perfumes, and I've picked out another 2 to continue to work on for now. So hopefully we'll make some good progress with them in the coming weeks, because I now have new ones, although I haven't added them into the collection, but I was given new ones. So yeah, we shall see. Now for all the numbers and the totals of where I am at. So I started this project off with 161 items is my total toiletry, makeup, body care, nails, everything skincare collection. In the first month I brought it down to 144, and the second month I brought it to 136, slowly maturely making progress. And then in the last 2 months I used up a total of 9 items. I've already added them to my trusty bag of empties. This is my huge success for the month. Yeah, I don't know. I have been keeping the empties. I kind of at the same time don't want to keep them because I just want to get them away so that I have less stuff just like physically around me. But at the same time, it's kind of satisfying because then I have like this full bag that I'm trying to fill up with all of my products. So I put everything in there. You would have seen the products that I used up throughout the video, so I won't show you them again. And then, yeah, that means I brought my total from 136 down to 127 because I used up a total of 9 items during the last 2 months. Yeah, so it's a little bit slower than the last 2 months before that, where I was making a lot more steady progress. However, I also, throughout the project, I have been decluttering. I just hadn't really thought, how am I going to do it? I'm going to declutter each month and take it off. I've just been sort of like making a little list here, and then you can see like I color coordinate each month. And in total, from the beginning of my project plan, I have decluttered 9 items, 3 single eyeshadows, 1 eyeshadow mini 5-pan palette, which I actually gave to someone, and it's really cool. We performed together and I see her using that eyeshadow palette every time to do her makeup before we go on stage. Then also 1 blue nail polish, a sample perfume. I think I just really didn't like it. I had 2 also single shadows that were in a pan that I'd like depanned, but they were kind of breaking apart and I just wasn't going to use those colors. And I was going to give them to someone, but I was like, these are kind of too beaten up to give away. So I ended up just throwing them in the trash, which is kind of wasteful, but I still have all of these other shadows here that I am working through. And this one I'm making a bit bigger the pan each time, but yeah, I don't wear makeup too much to have a lot. So I have this palette, and then I also have my 5-pan palette that I think you would have seen at the beginning of the video when I was traveling. And then I also got rid of 1 sample perfume because my friend really liked the smell, so I was like, well, please just have it because I'm trying to pan it and I don't really need it. So that means I have brought my total down from 127 with the 9 items I've also decluttered throughout the last 4 months to 118 items. I'm really happy. I'm definitely, hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be able to make that under 100 goal this year. And yeah, I did bring in, I think, 18 items, or like I haven't brought them in, but I did receive 18 items, 11 of those being mini sample perfumes from my friend, but they are sitting in a separate little bag and I won't be touching them until after I finish my project pan, or if I really don't have any moisturizers left or something, I'll take one of those, but I want to use up what I already started. Wow, the sun is really doing different things. So that's where I'm at. That is my update. And yeah, I'm going to continue going for the next month. And hopefully, slowly but surely, we're making progress. And I'm pretty excited because in the last 4 months, I've only repurchased toothpaste and lip balm. And everything else I haven't bought because I've just been using what I've had. So it's also saving me money. And yeah, like consciously trying to pan stuff makes you realize like, oh my God, you don't need that like random hairspray that's like meant to help grow your hair. You don't need like a random face mask. Like you have your normal everyday routine and that's mostly what you use. And then there's like all these sort of gimmicky or extra things that can be nice once in a while, but you don't need more than 1 or 2 of them because they're just not as regularly used. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sorry these updates take me so much time to get up. I am in full-time school. I work in the evenings after school to clean, to pay for the life, and YouTube is like number 17 on the list of things to do. But I am still very grateful for these videos because they keep me accountable and I am enjoying to build up my little empties collection. Okay, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.